Racer's ready. Turn marshal's ready. Eric on the tone. I'm trying. There we go. Joe, Robbie, Craig, Troy, Ralph, Hanelick. Get it. Here we go. You guys were all in the top 8 positions before this race. All you guys are doing is trying to mix it up where you want to start in the A. You guys are chasing down EA's time of a 48.807 with a 1. And they are coming out swinging. Your leader with 35 seconds in is Joe Trandell sitting on that top spot. But that doesn't mean much because the top 4 drivers are within 1 second apart from each other. It's Joe, Eric, Troy, and Robbie. Then it's Craig, Ralph, and Michael. 1 down, 7 to go. I'm hearing a lot of Lexan. I'm seeing Hanelick upside down. Here comes Trandell. He's going to be running that yellow car down the backstretch. He's got Eric right in front of him. They are 2 and 1 on the track. Now they're 1 and 2 on the track and 1 and 2 on the clock. It's Joe out front, followed by EA, followed by Troy and Robbie. Now they're mixing it up again. It's Joe and Troy. Troy Gubbs, he's sitting in that second spot now, but these guys are bouncing it around. Top 5 drivers within 2 seconds of each other. Joe, Troy, Robbie, Eric, and Craig. 130 down, 6:30 to go. But Trandell's got the lead right now. He's getting that fluorescent yellow around the carousel. He goes down the short chute, through the chicane and down the backstretch. He's got Eric right behind him. Eric sitting in that 4th spot right in the toe of the leader. Those guys are 1 second apart from each other on the clock and 4 spots apart from each other on the overall master. It's Joe, followed by Troy sitting in that 2nd spot. That's going to be the yellow with the blue stripe going around the carousel now, diving down the short chute and into the chicane. That's going to be your 2nd spot. Robbie Dodge, he's going to be sitting in that orange car. He's going to be sitting in that 4th spot. Around the carousel he goes and down the short chute himself through the chicane and down the backstretch. It's Joe, Troy, Eric, and Robbie, top 4. Then it's Ralph, Craig, and Hanelick. 2:20 down, 5:40 to go. Joe and Troy, they are on heaters. They are trying to lay it down. Troy now to that top spot. He's sitting there in that yellow car with the blue stripe. Diving down the backstretch he goes, down through the sweeper, around the lollipop, around the carousel he goes, down the short chute and into the chicane. Your leader, Troy Gubbins, trying to get it done here in your Super Stock 12 scale division. He's going to be seeing Robbie Dodge next. Robbie gives him room. They know the drill. These guys are pros. Down around the lollipop, Robbie tucks in behind him, catches his line and his draft. Around the chicane and down the backstretch they go. It's Troy, followed by Joe now on that top spot. They are within 8 thousandths of a second apart from each other. It's Joe, Troy, Eric, and Robbie. Top 4. You got 3:20 down, 4:40 to go. Now you got Troy back up to that top spot. Yellow with the blue stripe in the middle through the chicane and down the backstretch he goes. The all yellow sitting in that 2nd spot. It's Troy and Joe battling out 2/10 apart from each other. Down the driver, down through the chicane and down the backstretch he goes. Joe sitting in that 2nd spot around the carousel, into the chicane and down the backstretch. It's Troy and Joe, 0.3 of a second from each other, trying to battle it out here in the Super Stock 12 scale division in the A main resort. You guys are chasing down Eric's time of a 48.807 with a 1. It is Troy, Joe, Eric, and Robbie, top 4. Troy, you are halfway there, guys, halfway there. 4 down, 4 to go, 4 down, 4 to go. Your leader around the lollipop and around the carousel. Diving it down the short chute and into the chicane. Troy Gubbins, he's got Joe 0.3 of a second back from him, and 2 seconds back is Eric in 3rd. Top 4 drivers are within 2 seconds of each other. That's Troy, Joe, Eric, and Robbie. Joe and Troy battling it out. Joe now down to the point, and he is on a new TQ run. Joe Trandell sitting on a 48.802 with a 2. That's going to be the all-yellow ride. Coming around the chicane and down the backstretch he goes. Around the carousel and around the sweeper, and now the carousel he goes. Down the short chute, Next car he sees will be Craig, that silver car with the stripes, blue stripe down the side. Thank you, Craig. Around the lollipop he goes, or around the carousel. Stay on the driver's stand, 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 Ralph. Stay on the driver's stand, stay on the... Thank you, sir. Do not leave the driver's stand if you brake. Do not leave the driver's stand if you brake. Joe on that top spot. Troy, 0.3 of a second back from him. And Joe Trandell sitting on a new TQ run, trying to reset that TQ Eric put down in round 1. He is a all fluorescent yellow coming into the chicane, and down the backstretch he goes. He got 5:30 down, 2:30 to go. It's Joe, Troy, Eric, and Craig. It's a 4-horse race here towards the end with 2:20 left. These guys are all chasing down Eric's time of a 48.807 in round 1. Troy and Joe battling out 0.2 of a second apart from each other. They are on a new TQ run, trying to hold it together for the next 2 minutes. You're about to hear the lady say it.
2 minutes left.
There it is. Troy coming around the carousel. Down the short chute he goes, into the chicane and down the backstretch. Looking good, looking smooth. It's Joe, half a second back from him. Then it's Eric and Craig. 1:45 left. This is race 17. Race 18, Formula 1 B Resort. You are next. Formula Ooh. That'll be your leader when he gets to you, Craig. If he gets to you, got a minute 30 left of this one. Joe and Eric running it down the backstretch. They are sitting second and third. Joe second, Eric third. They are running nose to tail right here, coming through the chicane, and down the backstretch he goes. Joe and Eric running 2 and 3 and 2 and nose to tail in the track. Joe's got himself a good dive into the corners. Eric keeping it smooth, closing the door, not letting it open. Craig, that'll be your leader when he gets to you. Thank you, sir. Around the lollipop and around the carousel. 55 seconds left, 55 seconds. It's Troy, Joe, Eric, and Craig. Gubbins on a new TQ time. Round the carousel he goes, and down the short chute into the chicane, and down the straightaway he goes. Second and third is a dogfight. Got by Joe. Eric is trying to make up some time. Joe and Eric, they are 1 second apart from each other on the clock. On the track, you could throw a blanket over those two cars. 25 seconds left, 25 seconds. This is race 17, 18. I see them lined up. They are ready to rock. That's going to be your B resort for your F1 Formula Ooh. 10 seconds left. Race it out, race it out, race it out. Yeah, there is. In qualifying, there is. Whatever. You know what I mean. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Keep going, keep going. A few more to finish, few more to finish. That's a race. Troy Gubbins going to reset TQ 48.806 with a 2. Your top 10 12th scale super stock after round 3 is going to be Troy, Eric, Joe, Robbie, Craig, Ralph, Sean, Hanelick, Nick, and Jason. Top 10. Good run, guys. Good run. Scrubbo Man.